My name is Beston. I live in Cape Town. Also, I do delivery. Interbet helped me to realize my dreams. Now I have my own delivery vehicle and I'm able to do the removal in and around Cape Town.
Hollywood Bets Bright Future MR66 Handicap. It's race number 8, the lucky last. Jumps at 16.25. It's over the sprint trip of 1,000 meters. There's 12 runners carded at this stage with one reserve runner, which is number 13, Valiente. A bit of an open betting race. I've elected to go with number 8, True Brit from the Cornet Speciad. Take note that Ryan Munger is not riding on the day, so make sure you check those jockey changes accordingly. This horse is holding form really well. Has a slight rating drop. The last run was good behind Shara Sands, stayed on extremely well. For second, for the placings, number 2, Despicable. That's from the Tony Riverland yard. Good form line behind Just a Guy Thing. If I'm not mistaken, Just a Guy Thing subsequently was placed twice. So you can basically ignore that last run when running 7th. Lengths-wise, it wasn't bad at all. 3.85 lengths. Does have a decent draw of 2 with Rachel Vinegar aboard. Then you could possibly throw in a horse like number 12, Alfonso Spagoni, who is currently training at 6-1. Cole Dickens going to partner up with him once again. He takes the 1.5 kgs off D's. This horse can turn it on in the last few hundred.
Yeah, I mean, I must give compliments to Mark Dixon here because he was badly off form in 2 of his runs. So I say even 3 of his runs prior to him returning to form in second to Woodstock Festival. And, you know, that type of thing is credit to the trainer because you go back to the stable and you work tirelessly trying to work on the issues that you think may be wrong. And, of course, the jockeys and the work riders and the vets and the farriers and everybody plays a hand in trying to solve the puzzle. And they've certainly got it right with him as a 6-year-old. His back-to-back wins, and you mentioned the turn of foot last time out from draw 10 out of 11, and he's got a good relationship now with Cole Dickens as well. You know, that could have been the difference. You get a horse that gels with the horse, comes to track in the mornings, works with him, and of course gets to know him at races. You mentioned Chara Sands, who was third coming out to win. So Alfonso Spagoni is on a hat-trick, and we'll see how he goes. This is an absolute minefield for me, Devon, because I'm glad that you gave me a little bit confidence with the number 8 True Grit, because I can't make heads or tails of this field. I went through every run. I've written so many comments. I mean, we'll need another hour for the show if I have to go through each horse, because this is an absolute minefield. You know, they got 1- and 2-time winners taking on Hampton Court, who's a 4-time winner, and of course Alfonso Spagoni, who's now a 4-time winner as well. So these 1- and 2-time winners, some of them are coming down in the ratings. They're getting to a mark that's going to see them bounce back to their form. Even a horse like Hampton Court, who's a 7-year-old, some may say tired legs, but he's nicely drawn at 3. And I personally think that if you watched his last start, well, it was no show from that wide draw. He just rode wide throughout. I was expecting much better from him last time out, and he was never in the race at any stage. He's far better than that. He loves the body track. You know, if I'm tipping you a 7-year-old that I think going to run in the top 4, tells you what I think of the race. Number 3, Hampton Court. So this is an absolute nightmare, and I'm taking no chances here. I don't want to be disappointed. If you're going in the pick 6, the banker that you followed on the Gold Circle TV preview show, which is Winter's Destiny, arrives, and you've survived thus far. You know, I'm sure that if you get a few results along the way in the other races, you could be in for a very useful dividend. So, and that dividend, I want it to be with all 12 runners, not just 2 or 3 that I'm nervously sitting and waiting to arrive. So, you know, you like True Grit, which I'll take note of for the place accumulator. Alfonso Spagoni, it'll be no surprise to see him win 3 on the bounce. You mentioned Despicable, which I've jotted down as well. True Grit, And then Hampton Court could be the big roughie in the race at a big price at around 12-1. If I'm going to have a place bet in this race, it'll be number 3, Hampton Court.
Well, there you heard it from Dees. I don't disagree with him. You can make a case for almost every single runner here. I'm going to be brave in the place accumulator only, and I'm going to bank a number 8, True Brit. But for the bigger exotics like the Pick 6, definitely not going to be as brave. I'm going to throw in quite a few runners. But horses to play around, my selections 8, 2, 12 and 10. It doesn't end there. Go as wide as your budget allows because it's a very, very tricky race. Just about all 12 runners have winning chances. You heard it from Dees. He quite likes number 3, Hampton Court, as an outsider. So probably play that. It's currently trading at 10-1, so you can have a nice each way bet on that. But overall, it looks very, very tricky. So throw in as much as your budget allows. That's a wrap for race number 8. We wish you a good day's racing. Hopefully you're still standing come race 8 in the Pick 6 and you've included the field like D's. Then you'll be standing in the payout queue to collect.
It's good fun. Days like these are great. You get the whole industry together. And to have, companies and corporations like Interbet and Cape Racing who are so generous with sort of time and energy into making a day like this possible is it's fantastic for everyone.